Celebrating his 40th birthday on the world's tallest mountain, Gary Ball died in the arms of a friend in another part of the Himalayas. Born in the same year Sir Edmund Hillary conquered Everest, he was destined, some say, to become a mountaineer. Our reporter Mark Jennings knew Gary Ball personally after filming a story with the Kiwi adventurer for TV3's Current Affairs last year. He files this report as a tribute to the life of Gary Ball.
Well, we're heading for the summit now. We're going to go with one bivouac, so we're travelling really light. We're dumping everything we don't need.
20 years ago, Gary Ball left school and headed for the mountains, promising to return and study at university.
We're not sure what'll happen. We're just going to go and give it stick, I think. This is our last day on it.
He never quite made it back. There was always one more adventure. In 1980, Gary Ball up with fellow Christchurch climber Rob Hall, and together they formed the first New Zealand expedition to conquer Everest. When Sir Edmund Hillary summited, he was part of a British expedition. With the help of modern technology, Hall and Ball shared their moment on top with the people back home.
New Zealand. This is Rob Hall. I'm on the top of Mount Everest. I'm with my very close friends, Gary Ball.
As a team, Hall and Ball were as close as it gets. Friends, soulmates, business partners. In recent years, they'd carved a niche in the highly competitive world of international guiding, escorting clients up the world's highest mountains and through the wilds of Antarctica. 5 days ago, Rob Hall had to leave his mate behind in the mountains.
We tried very hard to revive him using CPR and borrowed oxygen, but we were simply unable to save him. And we spent the next 2 days bringing his body down the mountain to the lower slopes, and we had a small service. We lowered his body into a crevasse at 5,000 metres on the lower slopes of Dulacary in the most fantastic position. I think, Mark, it's probably the most difficult thing I ever did in my life. You realise that climbers value ropes because they hold life, they hold human life, and to have to knowingly lower my own mate into a crevasse and then to let the end of the rope go was just an incredibly difficult thing for me to do.
Gary Ball's close shave with death on K2 last year left both men philosophical. They knew the stakes of what they called the 8,000-metre game. Many of their friends have died in the mountains.
We quite often see them. Occasionally we've picked up a few and got them out of the way. They've been brought up by the glacier into a place where you don't really want dead bodies lying around, like next to your base camp and places like that.
We use a lot of humour often, so you've got two choices. You can laugh or cry, and you get a bit sick of crying.
Gary Ball's sense of humour was never far from the surface, even when he was mixing up with corporate clients in the world's capitals.
No, I don't feel like a big shot. You just have to excuse me a minute. I'm pretending I'm a movie star that's just visiting town here.
At 40, Gary Ball died young, but he packed more into those 40 years than most people do in a lifetime. His death is a loss not only to his family and friends, but for New Zealand too. Mark Jennings, 3 National News.